Howdy doody, my brothers and sisters from other mothers and misters. This is the Outback Oslo G, just quickly jumping in here to have a little stop down and chit chat and point you to the direction of where it's at right now. It's another quick, dirty, fast production of what's rough, raw and ready, but not necessarily always steady. Hey guys, just wanted to give you a quick rundown. So I'm basically going to be doing a little procession of videos based on a small adventure, a micro adventure I've got coming up, which will take you, the viewer, on a video by video case basis from the outback of Australia to the west coast of Australia to the most isolated, largest population of human beings living in the single most remotest part of the world. I think it goes down as being the most, next to Alice Springs. Well, it's kind of Alice Springs on the coast. We're talking about Perth. I'm going to Perth, leaving tomorrow. And tomorrow being whatever day that'll be in your world, but this has already been recorded, so let's not get into the semantics of dates. But going tomorrow, where I'll be flying in a connecting flight from Alice Springs to Sydney on the east coast of Australia, from Sydney then over to Perth in Australia. Now, I'll be there only for 3 days, and I'll be catching up with some good friends of mine who I haven't seen in a long time. We're going to be heading down to do some fishing in a location called Augusta, A-U-G-U-S-T-A, for your information, if you'd like to Google Earth, Augusta, Western Australia. And apparently it's quite a nice location, never been there before, so looking forward to it. It's a Friday to Sunday fish out. On the Monday, when I return back to Perth, we will be spending a day together, and then I'll be flying the red eye out at midnight to Melbourne City. I used to live in Melbourne many years, have a really close connection with that city, but sadly it's become an absolute cakehole of immigration, and don't get me started on all the other wokeism and leftism and liberalism, as you call it over there in the United States of America. Okay, so listen, why am I going to Melbourne? I'm doing a sidestep on these holidays, which is not much of a holiday. It's not even a 7-day break, to be fair. But one of the big features, if not the biggest feature of this, outside of the fishing and catching up with mates in Augusta and WA, is that I've been given a car to drive back to Alice Springs. And I say given, I mean, yes, I've been given a car. Of course, I'm not accepting it as a free gift, because I'm not that sort of person, even though the person who's giving me the car is a friend of mine, and he's more or less saying take it because I have no more use for it. There's a bit more of a story behind that. Ostensibly, it's outgrown its usefulness to him, and he doesn't want it going to a wrecking yard. I will be unveiling what that car is in a forthcoming video. I think you guys will be pretty impressed. I'm actually giving him like a peppercorn payment of $1,000. Because I'm not a tight bastard. I'm not one of those tight-fisted people, and I'm not exactly what you call rolling in cash. In fact, not at all. It's going to be a bit of fun. And then I'm going to drive this unknown car. I have seen it once before, 14 years or 12 or 13 years ago now. And it was a beautiful car. It still is a beautiful car. But more will be revealed about the car, and then from there the real adventure begins with driving it back from Melbourne all the way to Alice Springs in the Northern Territory. You can check that trip out here on the channel as we go, and just watch out for updates, and it'll be more or less in succession. This one first, and then the next video is going to be about me heading to Perth and getting off the plane at Perth and catching up with my mates and stuff like that, and then you're going to see the adventure unfold from there. Bear with me, because this is not exactly what you call a edited program. It's got none of that going for it right now. I've got a lot more learning to do in that space and place. I am not in any stretch of imagination or in any way, shape or form a YouTube content creator. I do not create. I'm just putting shit out there, and hopefully it sticks. I'm slinging shit and hoping it sticks. So yeah, hope you guys will join me on this one here. The trip back in this car, well, there's a likelihood we could make it and a likelihood we might not. It's a 50-50 split. Don't know. Hope so. Hope I make it, because it's a real long drive from Melbourne in the southeastern part of Australia to the Northern Territory, which is through some of the most inhospitable and arid lands on the planet. And this is summertime, so it's going to be a test of against man and machine. And there could be some interesting twists on the way. I'm hoping to put it out there on a rideshare app to see if I can pick up some people who'd like to share the trip back. We could sort of cost share the petrol as well as the enjoyment of the trip. Hey, Keep it locked in, see what happens, eh? Till we catch on the next flip. This has been your Outback Oz OG without the little ravey girl OD, because she's going to be sitting this one out with me. Until we next hook up here on the YouTubeversity, stay fresh, be cool, and thanks so much, and always stay old school. Remember, you do you. Until next time, catch you later.